Welcome to Timberdoodle. Today we're going to tackle the question of, is the curriculum suitable for a kinesthetic child? Why would that be important, Hope?
Mainly because your kinesthetic child is kind of your hardest child to tailor a curriculum for. Your visual learner is probably your easiest child. Auditory, not far behind because you can read most of the stuff to them. That's how they learn best. Your kinesthetic learner typically is your hardest child to find a curriculum that will suit them.
Exactly. And so today we're just going to, the quick answer to that is yes. The longer question, the longer answer is, let's take a look at some of the different ways we do that. Yeah. We're going to walk through different topics. Math, we're using math you see from kindergarten through 12th grade. It's a natural. It is using these blocks for the most part. You want to show us?
So you got these, they're each, they're number units. So you've got your 100 blocks and then so on, 10, 9, 8, and so on. So as your child's working the problems, they can have a physical representation of what the number stands for, and they can, again, that's the kinesthetic learning.
Okay, that's for the math. Their language arts, we start pretty young with play foam alphabet, where they're taking different letters of the alphabet and using the play foam to shape it. Next grade up, in pre-K, they're also using wiki sticks to do the same thing. And then starting in pre-K, we use All About Reading.
Yep, and that's very kinesthetic. So they'll have you, there's coloring of the letters. They have a lot of hands-on activities for you to do, whether it's get the Play-Doh out and make the letter out of the Play-Doh, or the shaving cream, all of that. That's for the pre-K level. And then going up from there, you're using either magnetic tiles, or you're doing it on your iPad using tiles to form the letters and such, so form the words and such.
And my recommendation, if you're dealing with a kinesthetic child, don't use the app. I think you can. I think you could get some benefit, but I think they'll get more benefit actually manipulating the tiles. That would be my recommendation, but you got both options.
The other one in language arts is spelling UC, which covers all kinds of learning styles. So for the auditory learner, it's the dictation. For the visual learner, it's where they're circling it's called chunking, where they're circling the letter combinations and color coding the passage. And then for the kinesthetic learner, it's all of the actual writing it out that is tailored for the kinesthetic learner.
Moving on is thinking skills, and that's really where we shine in a lot of ways, because some people, when they think thinking skills, they think just workbooks, and we've got some amazing workbooks that we have carried since you were little, and they're just great, but some kids are going to learn better hands-on, and that's where something like the SMART games comes into effect. So we've got, again, starting from preschool through 12th grade, some kind of hands-on way to learn the thinking skills. Yep. So show us.
So for example, 3 little piggies here. You've got the board and you've got the booklet with the challenges and the solutions, and you're going to set up the board. And then you'll be using these houses to, in this challenge, cover the pigs up by protecting them from the wolf.
And we also have different things like color coup, which is a Sudoku with color beads or color marbles.
We've also got smart cookies, where your child is using logic to deduce where each cookie goes on the cookie tray, and then the clues become more abstract, and there's more of that critical thinking logic that they're figuring out where to put each cookie on the tray.
And we also have Bambino and Mini Loop that are imported from Europe that are a great hands-on way to teach a number of thinking skills. And we also have doodle books that we start in kindergarten with. Doodle books are a great way for your child to be thinking with their hands. So they're going to ask questions, give scenarios, situations. This is the kindergarten book, but then again, we've got them up through most of the grades. And the children will be asked to complete the picture using thinking skills to do that. So that's thinking skills. Geography is an easy one because we use a lot of puzzles in geography. We've got GeoPuzzle, we've got the global puzzle. We've got, in 3rd grade, they're actually building a globe puzzle. And we also have in 1st grade and in 5th grade, the scrunch map, which is, kids love it. It's a map that they're not going to ruin. You can obviously scrunch it, stick it back in the bag. It's a great hands-on way for a child to look at geography. For history, most of our history has a corresponding activity book with it. So for your child, for the hands-on learning, they'll probably listen to you read the book or listen to the CD, and then they'll be motivated to want to build something to go along with it. Maybe they will build something out of clay, or maybe they will build something out of paper and tape or whatever, and that will help reinforce what they've just learned in the history.
Absolutely.
We also have famous figures. Why don't you show us that one, Hope?
All right, so this is famous figures of ancient times, and so you've got your figures, which are pre-colored that you can cut out and then use brads to attach all the different pieces, and then also the one for your child to color. So it correlates along with, we put them in the grade that it correlates with the same time period, so that your child gets to be creating these same characters that they're learning about in their history program.
Okay, that's our history. For art, again, that's a natural one for hands-on, because now some people approach art with just a book and learn about great artists. Our approach is a little bit different. We're going to actually have the kids doing the art, replicating great works of art in 3rd grade. They'll be doing that. 5th grade, they're going to be doing stop motion, which again, it works well into putting for history. Yep. They can set up a scenario that will show that they've just learned what they've learned in history using the stop motion. Yep. They can use it to show what they've learned in any of the topics. Yep. So it's a great art program. For science, we have a couple of options. New to us this year is debris in science, and it's great for a kinesthetic child. It is Christian, but it has a whole slew of activities. In fact, you're going to do an activity for every topic. So anything in blue is going to be the activity, and then you'll do a little bit of information, and then more activity, and a little bit more information, and so forth. And so you have got lots and lots of experiments with that. In the secular side, you will also have, let me move that out of the way. There are a lot of experiments with that one as well, and ways to document it. So our science, again, is a natural way for a kinesthetic child to learn science. Plus, in some of the grades, kindergarten particularly, boom science, tons of, 60 experiments that they will be doing. Lots of different activities in there. Hands-on child is going to love boom science. Yeah. And so we've got, again, through the different grades, we've got different ways for kids to learn the science that way. For STEM, that is one that we, again, really shine on, because I think all of our STEM is hands-on. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, so let's look at some of the highlights. We really like the robotics. So we've got the robotics for 1st grade. You want to turn that one on? Right button at the bottom. So they're going to be building little robots like that. So we have robotics in 1st grade and in 4th grade and again in 12th grade. This is an example of what they'll be doing in the 4th grade one. So they're building a dynamo, which you can see the light going on right here. Maybe a little bit difficult to see, but this is part of the STEM in 4th grade. We also have Think Play that we import from Europe that is going to be construction starting in pre-K and kindergarten, using gears and so forth. Yep. We have Zoob, which is an excellent STEM program where they're presented with a problem they have to build to solve it. In Geno, again, an import that will have them building vehicles, simple machines in the 7th grade, and in 11th grade, they will be building robots that will learn how to program. We also have new this year, aviation, which is a great STEM program that they will learn a lot about aviation, but they'll also have a lot of hands-on. And if you haven't seen the video on our aviation course, I really recommend you take a look at it. We also have an Arduino kit where they'll learn about that. And that one's a really fun one because it's kind of a mystery and they're learning how to solve a mystery and code for it. And building an engine, which was one of your favorite things to do. And you actually build a working engine. So again, we have a lot of STEM things that are hands-on.
I think that about covers it, how the Timberdoodle program is not only well suited for the visual and the auditory learner, but how we actually specialize for the kinesthetic learner. And if you have any more specific questions, we're happy to answer them at mailbag@timberdoodle.com. Here are 7 quick reasons to consider Timberdoodle's comprehensive curriculum kits. Number 1. Our curriculum is award-winning. Timberdoodle curriculum kits received first place in Practical Homeschooling's 2017 and 2018 Reader Awards. Meanwhile, the individual components of our kits have received countless additional awards. 2. Hands-on learning. Parents and kids love how Timberdoodle integrates hands-on exploration into our curriculum. Reinforce geography with puzzles. Build a robotic dog or bird. Put together a human body torso or a Roman arch bridge. Now this is learning that sticks. 3. STEM skills. Because STEM skills, science, technology, engineering, and math, are all so crucial to real life, we have included purposeful STEM activities into every grade, from tiny tots through high school. Number 4. You can customize it. Every kit that Timberdoodle offers is fully customizable, so you can adapt it to your unique child without breaking the budget. 5. The checklist system. Our super simple weekly checklist allows for the unexpected, giving families the freedom to enjoy life without losing momentum in their homeschooling assignments. Number 6. Independent learning. Timberdoodle handbooks promote self-directed learning, so students begin to learn how to manage their own education and schedule. Less hand-holding, more independent learning is what your student will need for college and beyond. Number 7. Works for charter schools. Now, for over a year, Timberdoodle has provided kits for every grade which are charter school compatible. For all these reasons and more, you will want to consider Timberdoodle's curriculum kits today. Crazy smart homeschooling!
So much fun and so much learning all wrapped up in one.